Back in October 2018, and before that, someone kept coming to my channels and telling me that there were people shot with beanbags in Las Vegas. They weren't shot with bullets or something. The assertion. I'm just going to read this. I've watched the video the person created as a presentation, omitting, deleting, etc., and not giving a source to the source for the video. Weak white spot appears in one frame before a woman gets hit in the face. It is impossible to get a picture of fast-flying bullet with a cell phone. The woman, there was a flash of light up here, a couple of frames, not a single frame. And over here, a woman is hit in the face and slumps forward on her left side or something of that nature. Or could have been hit at any angle. I don't know. White beanbag ammunition might be large enough and slow enough to be visible on a bright stage light and forward angle like seen here. Victim's head seems to hold in one place and probably conscious too. Why would you assume she's conscious? She might actually have a head injury or not. I don't know. Chopping up the video that badly doesn't help anything. Usually beanbags are shot with a shotgun. Yes, and they make a lot of noise, and they have a very short range. How far away was this shot from? Would it actually cause a lot of damage or not? And then the rest of the video, the person's making an assertion, oh, these are all beanbag victims. Beanbags fired in an ideal situation, if you don't get hit in the face, if you're hit in the abdomen or even in the chest, if they're done right, even at close range, don't have the ability to cause enough damage for a person to be sent to the hospital with a listed and acknowledged full penetration bullet wound. There's also specially made guns for non-lethal beanbag ammo. Beanbag hit would make a desert plate-sized bruise or blind eye with bad luck. Close-up of the victim show another small white spot on the astroturf. The object at an extreme distance was a large white item you're claiming is a sandbag, but you find a airsoft pellet on the ground is what that diameter looks like. It actually looks like a piece of popcorn or some random object. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with her being shot. The impact to her head doesn't show a very much larger blur. Things get larger as they get closer. And no, it wouldn't show as a single frame, but the thing showed as 2 or 3 frames when you did your slowdown of the source you didn't link to. I'll leave a link to the BitChute video that you have up. People can go muddle through it if they wish to. I want the original video recording from the source. Both of them, because there's 2 or 3 of them comparing each other. It's clearly smaller than a beanbag. Yes. So where's the beanbag? Are you saying that she was hit in the face with a pellet? It didn't stay penetrated into the head, or it went through her skull. Or she was hit by something, and it caused a glancing blow damage. I don't know. I don't know which lady it was. I don't have a source of data. I asked, months ago for the data source. I don't even know if it actually showed up again. BB gun plastic pellet looks like. Yeah, but that would be so small it would probably not show up in the previous frame, so it's not the same thing. Probably associating them is a dumb idea. Most of the wounds seen in Las Vegas shooting have been minor. Really. 500 people had minor wounds. Just like BB hits, and others had rather large bruises, but no holes visible. They're all beanbag victims. I didn't do a video on this before because honestly I was waiting. Would you just give me the link to the actual source data? What is the name of the video? It's going to be on like WegOg's channel or something like that, right? Or Las Vegas Archive? Which video is it? Are you afraid I'm going to find the actual source data and the person who uploaded on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, and I'll take it apart frame by frame and find out that the object in the upper left-hand corner that came into view actually landed somewhere and wasn't responsible for the hit and has nothing to do with it? Or maybe I'll find out what the lady's name is and find out if she made it and find out if she had a bullet wound or not. Maybe she was hit in the chest. The assumption is that this came from somewhere over to the, over in the distance. Fired at a low angle. Again, everybody there was shot from anywhere but paddock. There's nothing to work with here. There's no data. I'll check the bit sheet, see if you included the link eventually. At one time I was going to delete my entire channel because I found people faking audio in Corey Langdon's video at one point, trying to make stuff happen. Anything but what you're told. Anything but what would work. Sandbag rounds have an extremely limited range to cause even hard enough pain to cause a person to slump forward. They decrease in speed very rapidly. Some of them do contain what look like those kind of pellets in them. Maybe it popped out, right? But something that large, visible at the distance in 1 to 2 frames, would definitively be visible as a smear across the screen in the next couple of frames after coming in contact with the lady. And it would have really hurt, but someone would have been like, what the hell is that? And seen a beanbag round. Or a weird thing on the ground. I'll leave a link to it if anybody wants to tell me what video that is actually from and the actual origin source for it. I'll look for whatever upload there is and I'll go evaluate it. It's obstinance. I'm sorry, but why does it, why? Oh, and then later on, some guy being hauled out in a wheelbarrow because that would work to get a person out of there so they'd be out of the line of fire after being injured. Oh, he's just a beanbag round victim. There's a video you can watch from the movie Jackass of a guy getting hit in the abdomen with a beanbag round at the range it would work at. They're all beanbag rounds. I really cannot understand what the point was in most of this content that got dumped on the net. I can't even. Thanks for watching.